All right, guys, welcome to today's video. Hope you're doing good. How to take your coaching and consulting business from 10K per month to making your first $1 million in 12 months using dynamic sales letters and viral ads without a big and expensive team. Let's quickly go over Think Consulting Group case study. Founder, Mrs. D'Agostino. You can learn more about her here. Companies that we've worked with, right, include thinktankcoaching.com, right? You can check out some testimonials. Thinkfewmedia.com, right? Help them do 0 to $1 million in 12 months. They did 5 million in 2022 and are projecting 15 million in 2023. Did lead gen and marketing for 4 of her companies, as well as for a few of her partners and clients, including a company that managed over 200 million in ad spend. Their coaching program scaled over 400 plus different companies to 6, 7, and 8 figures in various industries. I not only did their lead gen, but I was also the lead gen coach inside of the program at the time, and I helped scale a few of these companies. You can check out the case studies over here. Now, let's continue. We, as a company, Prime Studies Acquisition, are currently training under growthconsulting.com and thinktankcoaching.com. Again, you can learn more about them here. And, we're training under them because, we're working with 8 and 9 figure entrepreneurs. It's like, why not, right? And we're also partnered with their agency. After we did their lead gen, now we're partnered with them, so all of our clients also get access to them, right? We're currently training under them, right? Now, salesprocess.io, they went from 0 to 5 million in 14 months with only 4 employees. This is a picture of the Stripe account. This is the cash flow example, right? This right here is paid advertising examples of a quiz funnel, right? The results we're getting from the quiz funnel. This is the results from a 10K to 500K funnel, right? So you have the case study opt-in page, SaaS VSL, quiz page, completion, demo, thank you, and more. This is the results of each of them. Now, this is a paid advertising return on investment example. You can check that out right here. You guys, obviously you can check this out on your own time, but, right, this is amount spent and LinkedIn revenue, right? But you guys can check this out on your own time. You guys will have access to this, right? So it should be linked somewhere. Now let's continue. This is their cash against lead source, right? Now this right here is the company we're working for, right, at the moment. Not for, training under. growthconsulting.com, right? They started in 2014 and have over 2,000 customers backed by firms, right? And these are the firms. They have 141 VC-backed startups that came to work with salesprocess.io after raising money since 2018. I'm not going to read all this, but you guys can. And this is more case studies, more testimonials, more results. This right here, they help Seamless.ai go from 480K to 2 million in 8 months. More case studies and testimonials, right? You guys will have access to this, so you're going to be able to click and go through every single one of these. More case studies and testimonials, right? Sweet. So this is the process, right? This is a little flow diagram that we give to our customers and prospects. As you can see, we start by picking our niche, right? Building our funnel, testing our offer, testing our offer, making sure that our customers love what we have, and then we scale up lead gen, and then we scale up sales. Now, who this is for? Maybe you have a budding coaching and consulting company with a few paying customers, but you haven't cracked your sales funnel yet. You are thinking about hiring your first salesperson, or you hired your first salesperson, but you haven't got a return yet. Nothing seems to move the needle for you. Maybe you are spending money on ads on the Meta or LinkedIn network, but you are not predictably booking demos and appointments with the right people. You know that if you got more meetings, you would be able to close accounts, but you haven't cracked this lead generation code yet. In other words, you can't hit a button and fill up your salespeople's calendars. Maybe you are experimenting with cold emailing or cold calling, but it's just not working. Maybe you are spending your time going to meetings and trying to, line up channel partners, but nothing is materializing. You are spinning your wheels and nothing is closing. Maybe you are going to conferences or events, but you haven't gotten any meaningful results. You have got you have good conversations, but real revenue has yet to come in the door. Maybe you are a product focused CEO or founder and you tried to hire someone who knows how to sell, but they haven't bought home any real bacon yet. Maybe you are worried that if you don't get traction soon, you will let your team down, your friends down, your family down, and you will be embarrassed. Or maybe you are worried that you are investing in the wrong activities and you are burning money fast. Maybe you are worried that you won't get traction before you run out of runway. As soon as that happens, you have to close up shop. If you ever wondered why some coaching and consulting companies explode and others die in the water, and you thought there must be a clear reason why that happens, well, I want to tell you that you are right. There is a clear reason why, and I'll show it to you. In this space, you are racing against the clock. If you don't get traction soon, competitors will keep popping up and they will make more and more noise. You need traction as soon as possible so that you can keep the dream going. If your dream is to have a wildly profitable coaching and consulting company, bring in revenue hand over fist, achieve stupid high margins, I want to tell you that it's completely possible if you follow this process. Now, again, this is for coaching and consulting businesses who have a working product or MVP, right? And want to get their first customers to validate their business. Coaching and consulting businesses who have a few customers and some revenue and are looking to scale up using inside sales and build their inside sales team. Coaching and consulting businesses who already have an inside sales team and want help scaling it out and blowing up their business. Now, again, right, I'll show you guys the process once again. You guys can pause the video and go through this. Now, quick background on me, right, and Prime Setters Acquisition. I'm a roofer turned internet marketer, right? I founded PrimeSettersAcquisition.com, helped a few hundred companies implement different lead gen and marketing systems over the past 5 years. I've worked with some of the top internet marketers in the world, including Dr. D'Agostino, JT Fox, Ty Lopez, Ravi Abuvala, Jason Capital, Nick Cosman, just to name a few. So that's great for us, right? That's great for me, right? But what does this mean for you? Well, over the years, we have helped so many coaching and consulting companies that our process became extremely clear. This is me, right? Learning to sell and give customers what they want, working with two different food truck / service based businesses, brick and mortar businesses, right? Food truck businesses, and making sandwiches at a Wawa. If you don't know what Wawa is, basically, it's like a sandwich shop, right? It's like a deli shop, something like that. And I just learned to give the customer what they want, sell the customer what they want, right? And this is me now, right? I now network with, learn from, and have access to high net worth individuals like celebrities, influencers, nine-figure millionaires, and billionaires, right? This dude right here helped me master, I won't say his name. He's helped me master content marketing, right? And helped me blow up my TikTok inside of the coaching industry. Our clients also gain access to our network of top agencies. This right here is JT Fox. Dude owns over 75 different businesses, right? And this is one of his billionaire partners, and this is the billionaire's assistant partner. Now, the core concept, if you can understand this, everything will make sense. Scaling your business to your first $1 million profitably and without a big and expensive team requires laser-focused messaging, a repeatable and predictable marketing engine that scales with cash, a repeatable and predictable sales process that scales with reps, and a pricing strategy that gives you a positive ROI within 60 days or less. Most founders and execs are not properly equipped with the skills to pull off such profitable growth since the mechanisms used are relatively unknown and new. Prime Setters Acquisition is the only company on the planet dedicated to helping companies like yours master these mechanisms and scale profitably. You can build a successful coaching and consulting business if you laser focus on a niche and create a strong, viral, dynamic video sales letter funnel. Why do we hypothesize the message and niche first? Well, remember this old Chinese proverb: if you chase two rabbits, you will catch none. This is true for you and your coaching and consulting business. You can achieve market message resonance. You can effectively target people. Very expensive to market to the wrong people. High cost per click, right? If you are running paid ads, low reply rates if you are running cold email campaigns. You can run conclusive experiments If the niche validates false, then you can move on quickly. Why do we test the message and assets with outbound prospecting and organic traffic before starting with paid sources? Well, logic. If your message works with outbound prospecting or organic traffic, it will work when you strap ads behind it. If it doesn't work with outbound prospecting, it will not work when you run ads, and you will waste a ton of money. Outbound prospecting is cheap but labor intensive. It allows you to get real feedback from people that you can use to iterate your message and offer. Why do we test the offer and pitch ourselves before we hire someone to do it? The initial script building and offer building process is hard and takes a lot of iteration. Salespeople are typically bad scientists and explorers. The CEO should be able to sell the first customers. Once they can do it, then they can duplicate the process with salespeople. Now, why do we sell before we invest serious resources in product development? Well, we need to validate that there is a thirsty market. The worst thing that we can do is build something that people don't want, right? The customer will tell you the truth with their deposit or LOI. If they can't give you a deposit or LOI, you are probably not solving a meaningful enough problem for them. Building without this validation will result in failure down the road. You will converge to this anyway once you are in a crash crunch. So you might as well start using this method to save yourself your resources. The customer will tell you exactly what they want in the solution. It leaves the guesswork out of the product or solution development. Why do we focus on getting full payments and testimonials from clients before we scale up? Well, logic. If you can't provide value to one customer, you won't ever be able to provide value to 1,000 customers. You need to start with a small batch of customers and deliver for them. This is where you usually introduce seed capital if you need it, right? It's very easy to raise seed capital if you can show investors LOI, deposits, contracts, etc. from the first customers. If a customer doesn't pay you in full, that means that you didn't provide the promised value for the price you quoted. You will need to rework the solution until you provide enough value to the client. Key: if a client pays in full and gives you a testimonial, that means you have something that people want. Why we start running paid ads after we validate the solution? Think about building a fire. Outbound prospecting is your kindling, right? And paid ads are your big, heavy logs that make the fire huge. Paid ads won't work unless you spend the time and energy honing your message and solution with organic and outbound sources. If you can't generate leads with paid sources, you will need to rework ads, funnel, and message. Why do we check the LTV/CAC before we scale up? If your LTV/CAC is not greater than 3, then it's going to be extremely hard to collect any profits from your business. If it's above 1, then you will lose money. You want to make sure under 1. Then you will lose money. You want to make sure that you prove the unit case before you scale up. If you need to increase LTV, then spend resources improving product and offer. Expansion revenue. Now, over here, this is a video example of a paid traffic funnel, right? I won't play all the videos, but I'll play some of them. This is another one. This is an example of a sales team's calendar, right? And then this video is an example of sales team meeting and results. This is an example of a sales script. This is an example of high velocity selling. Now, the keys. Isolate your niche, develop a message that perks up your niche, validate your message with outbound prospecting, validate your script by selling 5 to 10 customers yourself, validate that your solution delivers on promises and scales, solve paid traffic lead generation / promotion, duplicate the process by hiring an inside sales team or using a dynamic video sales letter, validate that your LTV / CAC ratio is greater than 3, spend $1,000 to get $3,000 back, basically, stack growth capital, and scale up. Now, this is the salesprocess.io subscription offer story. In early February 2018, they came out with a subscription offer, right? They validated the messaging and the offer using outbound prospecting, then started running paid ads and scaling up. Now, they got up to 1 million in run rate in only 6 months, used cold traffic campaigns and advanced retargeting campaigns, plus a dynamic video sales letter funnel to bring in qualified appointments for $130 to $150. Also scaled up outbound prospecting, hired an SDR to book demos all day, and this SDR produced 15 to 20 qualified demos per week with the help of the VSL funnel. This is their outbound prospecting story. They also scaled up outbound prospecting. They hired an SDR to book demos all day. This SDR produced 15 to 20 qualified demos per week with the help of the VSL funnel. Now, you have two options, right? You can learn this stuff on your own and risk burning money and valuable time. Or you can work with me and get to your goal much faster and, with less money. So how does it work? Isolate your niche, develop a message that perks up your niche, validate your message with outbound prospecting, validate your script by selling 5 to 10 customers yourself, validate that your solution delivers on promises and scales, solve paid traffic, lead generation, promotion, duplicate the process by hiring an inside sales team or using a VSL, validate the LTV and that your ratio is greater than 5, right? We already ran over this, right? Might even delete this. Let me just double check. Should I delete this one? Now, case study, right? And testimonial. Again, help them do 0 to 1 million in 12 months. They did 5 million last year in 2022 and are projecting 15 million this year in 2023, right? We're now partnered with them and we're also still, right, learning from Ms. D'Agostino, 9-figure entrepreneur, right? I not only did their lead gen, but I was also, on that lead gen team. I was also the lead gen coach with the program at the time, and I helped scale a few of these companies, right? This is someone who reached out to her to double check our credibility, and well, this was her kind reply. Oops. This was her kind reply. You guys can pause the video. You guys can read this, right? I'll give you guys some time to read it. Sweet. Now, below, again, this is a depiction of closers getting ramped up for salesprocess.io, 0 to 5 million in 14 months with only 4 employees. They were averaging around 40K a month before placing their first and second closers. Again, this is for coaches, consultants, creators, and experts that are trying to scale up to their first 1 million or more without a big and expensive team, or who want to operate with unprecedented levels of capital efficiency. This is the Stripe account of salesprocess.io. Yours could be like this too. This is their cash flow example, right? Their net income. This is a paid advertising example, right? Of different funnels. And this is their 10K to 500K funnel, 500K a month funnel. And then, yeah, so let's go over the quick and dirty benefits. 1, you get to validate your sales funnel quickly. 2, you get to your revenue goal quickly. 3, you remain extremely capital efficient. 4, you hire the right people at the right time. 5, you build an incredible coaching and consulting business. So, step 1, right? This is what you would be doing if you were to work with us. You fill out the foundational sales copy templates. You write your assets using asset templates, right? Articles, video sales letters, etc. Then you structure your landing pages. Then you create and launch your outbound campaigns and create your sales script. Then you create your email templates for your CRM. Then you create your opt-in pages for cold traffic and channels. Then we plan your paid traffic campaigns and plan and create your VSL or hire a sales team. And all of this is one-on-one manual reviews of everything. Now, if you're asking why is it one-on-one and not some sort of group coaching program or whatever, right? Because I could have still been working with that group coaching program. But the main reason we do one-on-one is because you get better results, right? I realized that every client that I worked with one-on-one got better results than the ones that I did group calls with, right? Because when you have someone who's able to look over your shoulders and give you that one-on-one attention, you're going to go a lot farther faster. So what are your next steps? Well, fill out the questionnaire and schedule a time to speak to one of our experts. me, right? We will be learning about your business and coming up with a plan for you, right? Have decision makers on the call. Come ready to buy. Watch content, right? Watch all of my past content before booking a call. Do your research beforehand. Bring your credit card in from the car, right? Go here to book a call, fill out the application. Now, who this is not for: folks without a business, folks without their first few bucks in revenue. Conservatives and pragmatics are okay. Super skeptics, not so much, right? It's okay to be skeptical and to seek logical arguments, but coming in with a poor attitude won't help you very much. Tire kickers, people who are not serious about growing the hell out of their business, right? People who don't take action / are unable to pull triggers. People who are unwilling to invest in their business and themselves. Losers. And, so if you are one of those people, bye bye, please. All right. So this is just a breakdown of literally everything that you'd be getting primarily, right? One-on-one in-depth consulting, templates, wireframes, scripts, master plans, you name it. Support calls twice a week, one-on-one manual reviews, problem solving on a weekly sessions, right? And you also get to, message me anytime on WhatsApp. And we only bring on 10 new people, 10 new customers per month, and we cap ourselves at 30. So once we hit our limit of 30 customers, recurring customers, then we're going to have to put you on a wait list. So, to avoid being on that wait list, book a call to get a price. Talk to you guys soon.